Hello YouTube, this is going to be a video tutorial on how to solve the 2x2 blindfolded. So quickly here I'm just going to run through the method that I will be showing you guys in this tutorial. The first step is to orient the corners. We're going to use two algorithms to do this, and we're going to eliminate them one at a time, which it'll make it much easier for beginners. And I'm still a beginner. I only solved this first yesterday, but I was kind of using a somewhat unique method, so I don't know. Or a simple, really easy method I thought I'd teach. Alright. So, basically, first step, and I'm not going to use, is you want to figure out, and again, this is not quite part of the tutorial yet, I'm just example solving, so you want to figure out whether this is clockwise or counterclockwise. We want all blue and all green, or green and blue on top and bottom. So you use, this algorithm, which I'll show you later, to one by one swap the pieces, and it'll be easy to memorize where pieces go. So as you can see, top is now done, and then you'd be like, okay, this is counterclockwise, so I'd flip that 2 to the counterclockwise algorithm, which is just actually half u prime r prime u prime, which is simple. Then this one, which is counterclockwise, so we'd move that into position. And again, we just need to memorize all this. Whoops. So bring that, and then the first step basically is to use these algorithms and use this one as a buffer to get all green and blue and all of that on top. Then we would have first of all found a pair like this. Sorry, slowly going through, and then use basically a bunch of setup moves and the T permutation to slowly solve the cube. So you'd see that these two need to be swapped. I'll get into later how you do that. You do your setup move, T permutation. This is just showing kind of how it's done. Then you'd see that this one is now solved because of that, and this one is now solved because of that, and it's already oriented, so we're good. So we can come up with another pair. So you would see that it would be like this combo. So here. So we do a setup move, do the T permutation, undo setup moves, or undo the setup move, like that. And we know this pair, so we just do the T permutation one more time, and that's all. So that's the basic method. And that wasn't really showing you guys how to do it, that was just an idea of what needs to be done. And you'd memorize all the steps you need to do first. So, yeah. So the first thing you want to do when approaching 2x2 blind is you want to assign each piece a letter. Now you can use your own letters, you can use the letters that I'm going to give here, as long as you get them down. Like, before you even attempt it, I think you should really know your letters well. You should be able to point at one piece and without any hesitation, I'd be sitting there like, this is L, this is M, this is N, T, G, S, So you gotta get your position correctly. And this will also, if I ever make a tutorial, or if you see a tutorial, you might see that it's the same with the corners on a 3x3, so it'll help memorize. So, on the top layer, it doesn't matter which orientation of the cube it is, because it won't matter when you're solving. It goes T, N, M, D, S, R, G, L. So you can use your own. This is the one that I've given as an example. This is the one that I use. And basically what we're going to do is use use these letters to make words and then create word pairs to help with memorization, because there's a little bit to memorize and it's easier if you have some kind of memorization technique. And with 2x2, the corner orientation, I simply use tapping to memorize which way they're going, so you could turn it into words and stuff, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So that is the basic principle of 2x2 blind. So that's what we're going to do. We got to get blue and green. It doesn't matter which, if they're all blue and all green, it doesn't matter, facing top and bottom. And then use setup moves and the T permutation to take out pairs at a time. So you won't have to use threes, just 2 at a time, so it'll be simple, and all you need to know is the T permutation. And I'll put the algorithm right here. So it's T permutation. I'll also put it in the description, and I won't get these 2 other algorithms until part 2. So yeah, part 2 will be the actual learning how to solve it. It will be the corner, I guess it's not orientation, but maybe permutation or something. I'm not sure, when you get all the top and bottom, like that.